Warning! This video blog or vlog could contain harsh opinions or foul language. If you do not appreciate said content or material, well, you could just fuck right off.
Greetings, Internet people. RantingRamsay here. How are you all doing today? I'm not doing so badly, despite the relatively unfortunate interaction through which I was forced to suffer today. Today I had some relatively unpleasant but important business to take care of, and part of said business involved sitting in a waiting room, waiting to be seen. Let your imagination wander. Why I was there is irrelevant. Anyway, during this time in my waiting room, I experienced one of the things that I just absolutely despise about modern society. And instead of just articulating that right now, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the story of what I experienced today. And you should relatively quickly be able to discover and understand my ire at said situation. So I'm sitting in this waiting room, and there's two people before me, and whilst we're all waiting, another person comes into the waiting room, accompanied by what I can only assume is her mother. The woman looked like she was probably late 20s, early 30s. I'm a horrible judge of age. She was probably younger than me, but at least in my general demographic. And she brought her mother with her. And hitherto, the waiting room had been quiet. We're all there for what most would consider unpleasant circumstances. And so we're keeping to ourselves. We're realizing, you know, there's no need to interact or make any fucking noise. Be there with your thoughts. In an unpleasant waiting room, I'm sure there are some of you that can understand. You don't really feel like interacting with anyone. You don't feel like hearing anyone. You just feel like, dealing with your own thoughts and waiting. And in comes said person, sits down not far from me, pulls out her cell phone, and proceeds, from what I could perceive, to log on to her Facebook feed. The reason I can assume that is because she was sitting there reciting to her mother every little thing that appeared on her Facebook wall. Oh, look, so-and-so just posted this picture and it says blah, 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 blah. Loud as shit, to the point where, like, unless you have earbuds or headphones, you cannot ignore this person, because they are literally disturbing the peace of the waiting room and openly broadcasting all the shit that's on her fucking Facebook wall. Oh, well, so-and-so posted this. So-and-so posted that. And it started with her describing, like, people just basically posting meme pictures. Like, I have no visual on what's on her phone. I'm just being forced to hear what she's saying, whether I want to ignore it or not. That's not fucking happening. I can't ignore it because she's so fucking loud and only like 4 feet away from me. And she's describing this meme picture and that meme picture, and half of them I'm like, oh, yeah, I've seen that. That's from like a year and a half ago. And, it starts getting irritating to me when she doesn't even seem to acknowledge. I'm sitting 4 feet away from her, within her clear field of vision, and every time she's like, ha ha, oh mom, so-and-so just posted this, and then describes it and reads it. I'm literally, I know people use the term literally way too much on the internet when they're saying they literally something. No, I literally, factually, actually did this as I'm sitting there listening to her. Like, that was literally my action in the waiting room. Knowing she's literally, like, looking directly at me because where our seats are positioned, there's no way, even looking at your phone, you cannot not see someone sitting there going, oh, Jesus. Pardon me for that. But this person is literally broadcasting to the entire fucking waiting room what's on her Facebook wall. Until she gets to the point where apparently someone had posted a video. And doesn't even bother to try to restrict the volume on her phone. And in this very quiet, very peaceful, stressful yet peaceful waiting room, this video just starts blaring from her phone, and I'm spoiler alert, it's a fucking Rickroll. Like, seriously, I bet you didn't even think that that shit even existed to this day, but it was a fucking Rickroll. Like, what, thank you 4 years ago, internet. I don't know, something. But it starts out with this, like, this hip-hop, urban rap style beat, no lyrics, just this beat, then all of a sudden it literally cuts to never gonna give you up, blah, blah, blah. And she starts laughing hysterically like she had never fucking seen this before. Welcome to 5 years ago, you insipid, stupid bitch. You've been rickrolled and you don't even fucking realize it? I'm not sure what's more pathetic. The fact that I know that she got rickrolled just by hearing the fucking video, or the fact that she didn't even fucking get it. Not sure which is more pathetic, but it goes one step fucking further. To the point where someone posts a picture of some sort of fucking casserole, and it just triggers a thing in my mind. Is like, you know that this is a white bread, countrified, redneck-ass fucking recipe when the title of said recipe includes the name of a brand name snack chip. It's some dumbass fucking stupid shit that was concocted by some fucking inbred-ass redneck idiot. But here I am sitting there trying to go like, God damn, I just really like to think about what I'm getting ready to have to fucking deal with here. And pops up, oh, look, a recipe for nacho chicken Dorito casserole. Boy, I wish I had the recipe for that. So-and-so, Christy, or whatever the fuck her name was, she would love that. Just going on and on about it. I wish I had the recipe, I wish I had the recipe. And literally, me sitting in my chair, without even looking, still doing this. This is exactly what I said. Why don't you just Google it? And the woman's like, huh? Okay, alright, maybe she just misheard me, didn't actually hear the words I was saying. Why don't you just Google search the name of the dish, and I guarantee you the recipe will pop up in the top 10 fucking parts of the search. Guaranteed. If it's something that's on your fucking Facebook wall, I guarantee it the internet has known about it for at least 2 years. Bare minimum. And she still goes, what do you mean? My head almost fucking exploded. I kept my cool, but still with an extremely derisive tone in my voice said, type in the name of the dish on the Google search bar, adding the word recipe at the end. And I guarantee you, you will find it. Guarantee you, you will find it. Oh, well, thanks. No response. Finally, my name is called. I go into said office, talking to said person. Said person who I'm there to see has to leave the office for a minute, leaves the door ajar, and I hear the person in the lobby. Oh, that's what he meant by a Google search. What the fuck do you mean that's what I meant by a Google search? You have a fucking iPhone 6. You're on Facebook and you don't know what the fuck I meant by a Google search? Fucking shoot yourself! Please! Okay, so in relating this story, I've forgotten the real point of the fucking rant. I'll put in the annotation here at the beginning and be like, hey, if you want to know what the fuck I'm actually talking about, skip to this point and then skip back. Nobody wants to hear everything that's going on in your Facebook wall. If you're sitting in public with your smartphone and you don't have fucking headphones in, don't play a goddamn video for everyone to fucking hear. Nobody gives a shit. In fact, quite the opposite, someone's probably gonna want to kick you in the fucking taint. And yes, if you're a woman, you still have taint. It's just very small. But it just wanted to make my head explode that this stupid, insipid, asinine, vapid little fucking bimbo was sitting in the waiting room, announcing to the entire waiting room every little fucking thing that's on her Facebook wall. Honey, you're not that fucking important. Nobody gives a shit about you. Nobody wants to hear that fucking shit. Keep that shit to your fucking self, lest next time you get a goddamn toe to the taint. Fuck ya. Keep your shit to yourself. Keep your smartphone in public to your fucking self. Turn that shit down. Put in fucking earbuds. I don't want to fucking hear it, nor does anybody else. I am Ranting Ramsay, and that is fucking all.
Hey, did you get all that, man?